think I deserve some Jordans.
The spoil is I think I deserve some Jordans. See what I
just because I'm one of the two people that's on this show.
See what I have to deal with. Y'all see what I have to deal with. See that's why I got my picks wrong last week. I'm up here managing this diva over here. All right.
Yeah, but they lost their top 3 receivers.
MBS is not one of their top 3 receivers?
Okay, they lost like 3 of their top 4 receivers.
Okay, first of all, I don't even know the names of these so-called top 3 or 4 receivers. So I don't
exactly
3 or 4 receivers.
Exactly. Okay. This is who Mahomes been playing with all year.
The top 2 receivers.
Okay, so
Kelsey and MBS. They were out there, so don't give me that they lost their top.
Okay, but what about Juju, what about Juju, who was their leading receiver all year? Okay, but so Kelsey's a tight end. I don't want to hear it. Juju was their leading receiver all year. Kadarius Toney was the guy they brought in from the Giants. He's been really good.
Tomorrow's not here. Okay, so we have the present. We have the present moment right now. All right, we're not dealing with it.
And you know, and you know what's happening in the present moment? You know what's happening?
What's that?
I'm up by 1 game. I'm up on you.
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark, and y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
We're coming back tonight. We're gonna tie it up 2-2, go back to Golden State. Then 3-2, and then we're going to control the series.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know who it is. I am Derek Thompson.
And I'm Diego Thompson.
And who are we?
We're the Pick'em Pros.
We are the Pick'em Pros coming back at you in the house with our show, Who You Got, father-son dynamic duo, Diego and Derek Thompson. Man, we are coming off of that conference championship, those 2 games, Eagles, 49ers, Chiefs, and the Bengals. Wow, man. I took a dive this week, man. I had the 49ers and Bengals going to the Super Bowl. I put them in the preseason before the season even started. Then I stuck with my picks to start the playoffs. I was riding high. I stuck with my picks going into the conference championship round. Although I was nervous and knew better about that Eagle game. And, man, took a dive, man.
Oh, man. Well, you know, this late in the season, you just can't afford losses like that. Like, you might have been better in the regular season, but in the postseason, when you absolutely gotta have it, that's just me. So, so it's okay. Everyone has setbacks. So, this is your setback.
I don't. Well, I did have to visit our support dog Kirby, so she just paid me a visit and has made me feel better. So I'm feeling better, and I've got the support that I need, and I'm ready for the Super Bowl. And I will track you down, catch you on the Super Bowl. We're gonna make our official picks next show with Chris Lee from WRAL here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Chris Lee is joining us. He will join us to make our official picks. So you don't want to miss part 2 of this show. But today, man, we've got an action-packed show. We are going to talk about the conference games in greater detail. We're going to cover the court QB situation in San Francisco. We are going to talk about the Bengals. You know, are they going to continue to be there year in and year out? And then we have some other topics that we're going to talk about as we preview this Super Bowl, which should be a really good one, a really tight one. So, man, you ready to get into everything in regards to this great week, man?
I'm ready. Let's get to these topics.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and dive into it. So, before we do that, big shout out to some of the fans and supporters of the show, Pick'em Pros. Again, we told you, hey, you agree with our picks, don't agree with our picks or our takes, whatever. Send in your videos, send in your pictures, represent your team. So we have King Gritty representing the Chiefs. He's repping, like you, man. So he repping his squad and really excited about the Chiefs advancing. So shout out to King Gritty. Thanks for tagging us and showing us love on social media. We also have Aaron Griffin, Chiefs super fan, showed us pics of his setup that he has when he watches the game. And then he also sent us this clip talking about this was his clip immediately after the game. Check it out.
Okay, I can breathe a little bit now. Pretty sure I lost about 10 years off my life on that one. Now we got to see if everybody's gonna be healthy, be able to play for Super Bowl. We're back in it, but the way Eagles are playing, it'll be a tough game.
All right, so yes, you can see the fandom is real. It is so cool to see. Man, I should have actually I should have recorded a live take after those games. I bet that would have been pretty entertaining.
It would have been pretty sad for you because since you didn't get anything. So,
hey, man. You know what? I wrote you. You can't be strong every single week. I was great throughout the season, great through the playoffs to this point.
Wait, great to the playoffs.
But it's
we had the same record.
Hey, I'm gonna get the Super Bowl. I'm gonna get the Super Bowl.
No, you're not. You're not gonna get the Super Bowl.
Oh man, you want to put something on it? You want to
put something on it? Let's put something on it.
Put something on it.
You already owe me like 2 pairs of Jordans from bets earlier in the year that you still haven't paid back. You owe me Zaxby's from
yeah.
You owe me Henry. You owe me Zaxby's from Henry, and then for the bet earlier in the year,
I'm gonna get Zaxby's tomorrow, so I got you on that.
Okay, that's one. Then the bet earlier in the year from the AFC West that the Chiefs. You said the Chiefs weren't going to win the AFC West, and I said they were. So you owe me Jordans for that. So and you already owe me things.
Hold on. Time out. Oh. Didn't some all white blank Jordans just come in that I showed you that Lando, the graphic artist Lando, who just did my Pick'em Pro Air Force Ones, she's gonna do a custom paint job on your Jordan 1 mids.
Okay, well that doesn't count because it doesn't count because you already have your Pick'em Pro shoes. I need my Pick'em Pro shoes, so I need some extra stuff.
So you just automatically get some Pick'em Pro Jordans just because you're on Pick'em Pros?
Yes. Yes.
See,
because I'm one of the only 2 people in the world that's on Pick'em Pros. Yes. Yeah. I think I deserve some Jordans.
The spoil is I think I deserve some Jordans. See what I
just because I'm one of the 2 people that's on this show.
See what I have to deal with. Y'all see what I have to deal with. See that's why I got my picks wrong last week. I'm up here managing this diva over here. All right. All right. Well, let's talk about these games, man. Let me painfully talk about these from last week. So we had the 49ers traveled to Philly to play the Eagles, man. What's your take on the game?
Yeah, it was I thought it was going to be a better game, of course, and I think it would have been a better game if they were stable at the quarterback position for the whole game, because Purdy was out, and then they brought in Josh Johnson. McCaffrey took a snap, and it was just all over the place. So they ended up getting blown out. I'm interested in seeing how they would have played if Purdy had started the whole game healthy, but. I mean, the Eagles, of course, they're still a great team, and they're right, and they definitely deserve to go to the Super Bowl. So, but I wish Purdy would have got. I hope the Niners don't just diss Purdy. just because he was fast. But I hope they really consider him for next year.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about that in a second. Let's definitely talk about the 49er quarterback situation. So I want to get your take on that. But just to chime in on the game, it ended up being a blowout. Yes.
Yeah.
That blowout, certainly a lot of that was because of the fact that, after, midway through the first quarter, the 49ers couldn't throw the ball. So, okay, unless you're the Baltimore Ravens, you really can't run the ball every single possession. So that's not really going to work. So although, man, McCaffrey, hey, shouts out to McCaffrey. He's still a Carolina Panther in my book. He ran hard, man. He was running and gunning.
He definitely tried. He tried.
He was running, and we're coming at you from North Carolina. We North Carolinians here, but man. So he ran hard, gave it all he had. When they tied the game, thought they really had a shot. Wish they could have challenged that fourth down pass. If they challenged that, Brock doesn't get hurt. I mean, it could be a different game. I mean, it's hard to argue and say that the Niners would have still won because they got blown out, but you never know. But the Eagles, there's no denying that the Eagles are a great team, and they certainly deserve to go on to the Super Bowl, and we'll see what happens there. But speaking of the QB situation, so you say that you definitely want them to give Brock Purdy a chance. You think he did enough? Although he's going to be out for 6 months, to have a shot at the starting job next year?
I did think he did enough, just because how going 5-0 in the regular season, winning two postseason games, and then even if he was healthy and lost this game, they still would probably give him the job just because all the amount he's done. And then Trey Lance, he hasn't played a lot. And he had a tremendous surgery too. He had a broken ankle, which is even more serious than the injury that Purdy has probably. So that So Purdy, and then with Trey Lance in the game that in the full game he did play, he gave the Bears one of their 3 wins all year.
Yes.
So in the short span of time he's played, he hasn't looked so good. But in the 7 games Purdy's played, he's looked amazing. So I feel like they should definitely give him the job over.
It's amazing to me how certain pundits would disregard what Brock Purdy did. It's basically saying, okay, well, anybody can come in and play well for the 49ers. But then in the same breath, about Trey Lance, they're saying that, he's had a small sample size. And I'm like, okay, how does he have a small sample size, but the other quarterback with, the same sample size, okay, well, the team is stacked. So,
it's like, oh, he hadn't had enough time. And and then he's saying Trey has so much upside. It's like Purdy's a rookie too, so he has no upside.
Yeah, so although he did play, all 4 years in college.
But he's still, but he can still definitely grow. Like Brady grew, Russell grew. Like they've been late guys that have grown. So
it'll be interesting to see what happens there. I think they definitely need to pick up another quarterback just for the depth chart. So because we don't know if Brock will be ready by training camp, so they'll have to pick another quarterback. Do they get veteran? Do they go young? Do they draft another quarterback? Those will all be interesting, questions to be answered there. So we'll see what shakes out. But I do agree that Brock should get a shot at that. So I definitely don't think not that anyone said this, but don't think he's injury prone. I mean, he took, a helmet right there to the elbow. So,
the guy was coming right down. And
So hope he gets a shot there. All right. Well, the other game, again, conference championship for the AFC, we had the Cincinnati Bengals travel to Burrowhead to play the Kansas City Chiefs. So what's your take on that one, man?
Okay, well, first of all, so the Cincinnati Bengals, you guys are a bunch of frauds. I don't want to hear it, man. Okay, so you talk all this trash. Mixon says you're the top people in the AFC. The guy, what's his name? Eli Apple is talking trash, and people calling it Burrowhead, talking trash about the Chiefs, like, just because you've been the one Super Bowl and lost to the Rams, who won 5 games this year. You don't think you could talk all this trash? You can all of a sudden talk all this trash because you went to the one Super Bowl when the Chiefs are going to their third in 4 years. So, and then just the 5 straight AFC Championship games, and they had something to play for. They had lost last year. They had the Cincinnati Bengals talking all this trash. And then they go in. Mahomes is playing with a high ankle sprain injury. He gets no shots. Okay? And going against a Burrow, another top quarterback, having to throw off his back foot the whole game and still throws for 300 yards. And they just win. So just with all the amount he had to overcome, just say it. Just say it. Like that's what I had to get out.
Did he throw for 300 or did he throw for 299?
Did for 300.
Okay.
300 plus.
Okay. All right. I have to check on that. All right.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey.
At least 2 TDs.
The Chiefs pulled it out. Mahomes got it out. He was amazing. The legend definitely grew on Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
Continues to remind people that he's for now still the number 1 quarterback in the NFL. So hey, big shout out to Mahomes. He is definitely continuing to do his thing. I hate that the Bengals lost 3 offensive linemen in 3 consecutive weeks leading into the playoffs. I feel that it would have been a different story if that hadn't happened, but injuries are a part of the game. Injuries are a huge part of the NFL. You've got to have a certain amount of health. The Bengals did not have that. And hey, you've got the Chiefs have moved on. Just amazing. 5 straight AFC championship games and just everything that they've done and Mahomes has done and Andy Reid. It's just amazing. So really big shouts out to them for that. So,
okay, wait a minute. So hold on. So you're saying that three very average offensive linemen getting injured. The 3 very average offensive linemen getting injured is equivalent to the best player in the NFL having a high ankle sprain and his top 3 receivers getting injured during the game. Is that the equivalent?
Yeah, I think it's more.
Top 3 receivers were injured.
It's more of a factor.
His top 3 receivers were injured, and the best player was injured too. And the best player in the whole NFL, and they have no receivers, no Tyreek, nothing. They lost Juju, Kadarius. Huh?
MVS was out there.
Yeah, but they lost their top 3 receivers.
MVS is not one of their top 3 receivers?
Okay, they lost like 2. They lost like 3 of their top 4 receivers.
Okay, first of all, I don't even know the names of these so-called top 3 or 4 receivers. So I don't
exactly
3 or 4 receivers.
Exactly.
Okay?
This is who Mahomes been playing with all year.
The top 2 receivers.
Okay, so
Kelsey and MVS. They were out there, so don't give me that they lost their top.
Okay, but what about Juju, what about Juju, who was their leading receiver all year? Okay, but Kelsey's a tight end. I don't want to hear it. Juju was their leading receiver all year. Kadarius Toney was the guy they brought in from the Giants. He's been really good. McCole Hardman, he won the Super Bowl with them. He was one of the best when they had he was one of their best receivers when they had Tyreek in him, and he was up there. The only person they had was MBS. It was the best player. It was a guy who Rodgers would like barely throw to. Rodgers like the last one on the receiver depth chart. I don't want to hear it, man. I'm actually taking this personal. I feel like you're taking personal shots at me.
I don't know why you're taking this personal. You're getting a little too emotional, son, about this. Little too emotional. Be happy that your little team made it to the Super Bowl, and you'll get to wear your little Chiefs jersey next week and eat your little wings and watch your little game. Okay, but
yeah, but what about you, who none of your teams are in it? Your Bengals are out. Your little Trey Lance loving Niners are out. Both of your teams are out.
Okay,
nothing.
Okay, first of all, yeah, beginning of the season, okay, I picked the 49ers to play the Bengals in the Super Bowl, right? Both my teams got to the Super Bowl, and both of my teams made it to the conference championship game.
But did any of them make it to the Super Bowl?
Okay, who did you pick to start the season?
Who did I pick?
LA Rams?
Who did I pick? Who did I pick to go to the Super Bowl after the AFC Championship?
No,
I said Chiefs and Niners, and I got the Chiefs right.
That's the
Niners.
last minute. Who cares about that?
Yo, I have the better postseason record. That's what matters.
By one game.
It's still better.
And when I beat you in the Super Bowl, then
You're not going to beat me in this. You know what happened? You want me to remind you of last year? You want me to remind you when you're still in your little Cincinnati Bengals?
I will beat you 1,000 Jordan.
You know, you see what Aaron Donald did to your little Joe Burrow?
Okay, why are we talking about last year? We're not talking about last year. We're in the present. Okay.
I'm talking about last year.
Yesterday,
you're saying you're going to win the Super Bowl, and I had to remind you of what happened last year, which is going to happen this year.
Okay. Look. Yesterday is already
Traditions carry on, man.
Tomorrow's not here. Okay. So we have the present. We have the present moment right now. All right. We're not dealing with it.
And you know, and you know what's happening in the present moment? You know what's happening?
What's
I'm up by one game. I'm up on you. I'm up on you, buddy.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Well, hey, you know what? Enjoy your little 1-game lead for right now.
I will enjoy my lead.
All right. Well, let's move on. We've talked enough about last week, enough about the championship round. We're moving on to the Super Bowl. That's what people want to hear. That's what we want to talk. We want to talk about the Super Bowl. So let's talk about that. So a couple of things that I want to touch on, man. So Jalen Hurts. All right. Hey, dude has, had an MVP caliber season. Has just in his third season is playing amazing and has gotten his team to the Super Bowl. What would a Super Bowl win mean for Jalen Hurts and his career and just his ascent through the ranks?
Well, this is going to be great just for his story, sort of, because he got benched in the national championship game, had to transfer, go to Oklahoma, played great there, still came in as a second-round pick. Yeah. And when he got drafted to the Eagles, they had Carson Wentz, who was supposed to be their franchise guy, and he was supposed to be just a good backup if Carson Wentz ever got hurt. Yeah. And then Carson Wentz wasn't playing so well, so they put him in. And just the way he's grown since then to be like MVP and possible Super Bowl winning quarterback in his third year would be just crazy. And then he's gonna get paid too. He's gonna get paid very, very, very nicely. He'll probably get $200 million fully guaranteed. I'm pretty sure it'll be fully guaranteed. So those are the some things that will happen for Hurts.
Yeah. Now, what about Patrick Mahomes? What would the Super Bowl win mean for Patrick Mahomes?
Mahomes is different. Well, he already has won a Super Bowl, but just another Super Bowl. This was made his second in 5 years. Let me tell you some statistics that he's done in his first 5 years. Okay. 2 MVPs, and with this, it will be 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and then Pro Bowl every single year, All Pro All Pro. I'm pretty sure almost every single year, if not every year. So and this the 5 straight AFC championships, 5 straight home AFC championship games, never gone a season. No, my bad. Without making the AFC, at least the AFC championship game. Gone to the Super Bowl 3 of those 5 seasons, and then could possibly win 2. Then you know what happens? He starts getting in the GOAT conversation, and now Brady's gone. So he just keep climbing up. You know, he gets on this trajectory, and he doesn't need the rings. He doesn't need the rings. If he just gets these accolades, if he just ends up getting like 5 or 6 Super Bowls, which is possible. If he has like a 20-year career, then that could easily happen. He might get 5 Super Bowls in like 10 years, something like that, something weird. And then, so that's gonna happen. That happen. If he gets 5 or 6 Super Bowls and then keeps winning MVPs and getting All Pros and Pro Bowls, keeps making the AFC Championship game every year, then he starts getting into the GOAT conversation. So that's what this means for him.
That's what it means. Okay, so that's what it means if he wins. Okay, you can argue that he's on a GOAT trajectory. I don't know about GOAT conversation.
He probably will be the GOAT when his career is over. When his career is over, he will be the GOAT.
Okay.
You know
but hold on. Big but. What would a Super Bowl loss mean for Patrick Mahomes? Because now if that happens, now we've got now he's on the Jim Kelly trajectory, right?
Jim Kelly,
Buffalo Bills.
Okay, hold on. Stop. Okay, so Mahomes already won a Super Bowl, so he can't. So he automatically can't be on that trajectory. So all right, okay. That's automatically off the board.
Okay, so that's off the board. So you're telling me that Patrick Mahomes is a made man since he has a Super Bowl. He could lose 20 Super Bowls. It doesn't matter. As long as he's got that one tiny Super Bowl from
No, I didn't say that. Okay. I didn't say that. I just said that he's not Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly lost 4 out of 4 Super Bowls. He didn't win 1. Mahomes already has 1. So I'm just saying that he's not going to be Jim Kelly.
Okay, you just
that's all I'm saying.
Okay, all right. Just want to be just for the record, just asking. Okay, somebody wanted to know. Okay, all right. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, let's also touch on. Hey, what does this mean for Andy Reid?
Well, it helps Andy Reid. This helps him probably become one of the greatest coaches in the NFL. It already is, but this will just help even more because of all he took like the Eagles to, I believe, 4 or 5 straight AFC Championship games as well. Yeah. He's done that with the Chiefs too. So just doing that with multiple franchises, winning multiple Super Bowls, and just he's already a made man with his 1, but this will just be extra and put him into the coaching GOAT debate.
Man,
he will be in like the top 3. Yeah.
I agree, man. Yeah, I mean, Andy Reid is a total beast. You look at what he's done, the offenses that he's put together, what he's been able to put together, and how he has adjusted that offense from losing Tyreek. How he used the tight end. I love. That's a position that every team needs to utilize the tight end. Like they do. So I think a win would definitely, in my opinion, put him in the GOAT conversation. With Belichick, we see how he has been pre and post Tom Brady. So I think he's kind of coming down the peg. I mean, still one of the greats for sure. But you look at Andy Reid, the amount of NFC, AFC championship games that he's gotten to now. What this is his, third. Was his 4th Super Bowl? Because this is the 3rd one with the Chiefs, and he got to one.
Yeah, this is 4th. Yeah,
this is 4th Super Bowl. Yeah, so this would be 2 and 2. So yeah, would be that would be big. So
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Andy Reid, he's the offense,
Yeah.
right?
He
So
doesn't really need anyone else. Like,
he's the offense. So they're going to just keep going and going and going and going and going. So
mhm.
there's no stopping, Reid and
Yes.
what they could do. So yeah, if he stacks another one, and he may stack several, especially they can cash those draft picks in, because they should have a bunch from those trades, and make the right picks at receiver and really build up and build that core back
Mhm.
up. Woo, that's when they will really be dangerous. So I'm eager to see what the Chiefs look like a couple of years from now. Now, at some point, then Kelsey, may start to fall back. So you have to
At
replace that.
some point, at some point, you will.
Yeah, so they have to keep their eye on filling that. But Andy Reid's the master at filling
Yeah.
positions.
Yeah,
So
I'm not worried about the Chiefs because
yeah,
even when Kelsey's done, they'll draft someone else
they
like
will.
late in the draft in like third round, and
They will.
they'll be fine. And then Andy, probably even when he leaves, he's
Mhm.
gonna find someone to
Yeah.
make sure that the Chiefs are all right. So
Yeah. Well, kind of speaking of that, before we get out of here, one last topic, and then catch us in a couple of days when we give our Super Bowl predictions. Again, we have WRAL News out of Raleigh, North Carolina. We have Chris Lee joining us for our official Super Bowl pick, so you don't want to miss that show. That's going to be a lot of fun. But let's finish off with still kind of talk about the Chiefs a little bit. Eric Bieniemy. He has been the offensive coordinator for a long time with the Kansas City Chiefs, and we hear that the Baltimore Ravens have reached out to get permission to talk to Eric Bieniemy to be the offensive coordinator. So it'd be moving, from the Chiefs being offensive coordinator to the Ravens being offensive coordinator. What do you think of that? Is that something that Bieniemy should entertain? Should he look at possibly leaving the Kansas City Chiefs?
I really like this, and I really think that he should definitely take a look at this because
Mm-hmm.
when he's with the Chiefs, even though they win a lot and he calls the plays and everything, he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't. He's never gonna get the credit that he probably should deserve because of what an offensive mind Andy Reid is. So
Mm-hmm.
people just don't really think about him. So, but
Yeah.
if he goes to the Ravens and is able to turn their offensive problems around,
Mm-hmm.
then he's really going to be something, and people are really going to see what a great coach he is. So,
Yeah.
and then Lamar, that's just really going to help him and the Ravens just take an extra step. So
Yeah.
and just really show the Chiefs what a guy they had. So
Yeah.
I think he should definitely look at this.
I totally agree. I think he should jump on that. I mean, it's clear that he's not going to get a head coaching job now while he's under Andy Reid. Doesn't get the credit for being the OC there. So I think he definitely needs to go. And what better place to go than the Baltimore Ravens? Because hey, if he can go there and open up that passing game and have Lamar looking good, throwing the ball, man, then I think he then has a chance to really, show, hey, okay, I'm the guy, because we know that Harbaugh is not going to, he doesn't, run the offense. So he truly is, old school head coach, and facilitates and whatnot. So yeah, I think that's something that he should jump on and try to do that, especially if they keep Lamar. Now, if they're not able to keep Lamar, I don't know if he wants to mess.
You need Lamar, and then
Yeah.
I've been hearing about D-Hop, and that would just be even. But he would be such a different if they get D-Hop and Bieniemy. Then
Man,
I think they probably win the division. Then really tough.
It'd be tough.
They could probably win the division over the Bengals, even if healthy.
Yeah, it's possible.
Like just because of how they're run and how much of a difference Lamar makes on the team. That's definitely possible.
Yeah, and with that defense, I mean, they'll be in every game. And again, I mean, they should have beaten the Bengals without Lamar. in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
So they when right, man, Ravens can be nice. So yeah. Shout out to Sherelle Cole, fan of the show, big Raven fan. So don't lose hope, Sherelle. I know you get frustrated with your Ravens, and I know you're back and forth on if y'all should pay Lamar. Go on ahead and pay Lamar, get D-Hop, get Bieniemy, and you all will be just fine. So, hey, if y'all do all that, Pick'em Pros will be back in the house next season. We will be back in Baltimore. And we will be back in town to check y'all out.
Definitely be there.
That happened for sure. All right, sounds good. Well, hey man, let's leave it here for now. And we'll bring Chris Lee on in a couple of days and make our official picks, and we'll see if we can get Dez, a former tight end of the Chicago Bears, friend of the show, get him to send his Super Bowl pick in. So, hey, all you fans out there, send us your pick. Tag us on social media. Tag us at the Pick'em Pros on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Send us who you got for the Super Bowl. Let us know. And if you can get it to us in the next few days, we may be able to get it into the show. If not, we'll put it on the post show. So tag us and let us know who you got. All right. Well, hey, man, let's get out of here. Until then, y'all enjoy sports, enjoy the Pro Bowl, and enjoy all of that, and enjoy a little basketball while we gear up and get ready for the Super Bowl. So make sure you stock up on food. All right. Until then, we'll see y'all next time. Pros are out.
Tavares Jordan.